Hi Scorpio, welcome to the message you need to hear for September 26th through October 25th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to 13 Signs Tarot. Much love and support to her. Hopefully you get a chance to stop by, check her out, show her some love and support as well if you like what she has to say. This is intended for a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. All right, Scorpio, what's going on? What is the message you need to hear from your person, or that they need you to hear? What is it, Scorpio? All right. Page of Pentacles. Ooh, new direction, huh? Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, the Empress, good gracious, 1, 2, 3, Page of Wands, we got 2 pages, all right, things are in flux, 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Oof, are you only communicating online? What is going on there? All right. So, slide that to the side. All right. So, are they feeling like they messed up? Well, obviously, right? Have you moved on to something else and that's why they're like, well, I'm out? All right, this is none shall pass here. Okay, so, all right, Scorpio. All right, what's this Lovers about here? I know it's a lot of incoherent babbling, but just give me a minute. What's this Lovers about? Scorpio. Gemini, Taurus, Libra, Aries, or Taurus. What's this Lovers about? So are you at the crossroads with somebody, or are they at the cross? Like, are you trying to decide? No, they are. And they're realizing too late. This is someone that is probably talking to someone else about what they should do about the falling out with you, or that things are kind of waning or have gone by the wayside. Okay, so we got the Lovers and we got the 2 of Swords here. None shall pass. All right, not doing anything, just standing down. What's this Empress about? Three of Swords. What the junk? Because why aren't they doing anything? What's this Page of Wands? What's this Page of Star, that could be Aquarius, also boobies. Everything's better with boobies. This is 8 of Swords for Scorpio. I'm getting Leo like flying in here, and I don't see Leo here, but I'm getting Leo flying in here. Somebody's pushy. Someone's being very pushy. All right, what's this 8 of Swords? 8 of Swords for Scorpio. The Ace of Swords. Oh my God. Okay, you know what? Then fine. Because it's frustrating. This is someone that's just going to not do anything about how they feel. And you're already, this is you, and it's not for you to fix either. It's not for you to make it okay. And I'm saying not as me. This is not my bias. This is what's showing up the reading. It is not your place to get in there and fix it. You are to stand down. There's no more involvement for you here at this time. We got the 2 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. 2 of Swords. So, yeah. What's this 2 of Swords about? 9 of Pentacles. Amen to that. What's this Ace of Swords? This is no involvement because you're simply worth more. What's this Ace of Swords? Temperance. Wow. What's this Wheel of Fortune? This, you know what, honestly, this is about someone that was just too strategic or controlling or too indecisive. Something about making an offer. Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. Really? So, and I hate to, dare I say, this could have been avoided. This is one of those things that could have turned around. There could have been a reversal to this, but it's like, it was just, there was never any plan of action. It was kind of like this thing where we're just going to take it one day at a time, and that's great, except for when, desire and everything else gets involved. And then it's like, well, do you feel the same? Like, what are we doing here? And there's never been, even though, what's worse, someone does feel the same, but they still don't do anything about it. And so this is someone that just doesn't plan to do anything about how they feel about this commitment or connection that you have. And here you are starting off on your own. This is also someone that is going to be giving very little to this connection, even though their feelings are different. So this is someone that it very well could be that they are involved in another situation. There's kids involved. They are going to become parents. They're kind of hit this monumental point in a relationship that they're already involved in that's going to take precedence over any kind of budding connection with you. So they kind of saw this day coming. That's the thing. They knew this was going to happen, and there's sadness over it, but they knew this to be an option or something that could transpire from the get-go. So this is someone that is, for all intents and purposes, firmly in place elsewhere, that, again, for all intents and purposes, is meeting their needs. This is someone that's already got something going on, whether it's a very good business, a job, something is already up and running. In fact, pretty much everything else about their life is already up and running. And then here you come. And while they might feel a certain way, they're not going to disrupt any of this over here. This is someone that, you're always going to be a wonder. You're always going to be a curiosity for them, an interest for them, but they're simply not willing to risk where they're at because they have it very good. Honestly, there's things about to take off in their life. It's almost like, okay, someone's enrolled in school and they got all these classes about to start, even though they're still wishing for that summer romance. I realize that's probably doesn't apply to most of you, but it's like that. It's like someone's got a bunch of activity out in front of them heading their way, but they're still kind of wanting this over here, but they're not going to sacrifice all of this that's up and coming just for this over here. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, this is someone, well, there it is, looking over their shoulder. Look at that, looking over their shoulder, always going to kind of be wondering about you, but plowing full steam ahead at all these things of interest in front of them. So, yeah, the only thing that's different about this reading from the various ones over the last few months is that your attitude towards this is different. I feel like there's been a shift, and you're like, no, this is about self-worth at some point. Like, whatever you have coming for you that's worth it for you, not to make the change to be with me where I know your heart's with me, but your interest is over there. I deserve some of that for myself. Like, I want that for me. I want someone to prioritize me, and want to be with me, and not, you know what I mean? Not that you want them looking over their shoulder, but this is a situation that could have gone so differently had someone made you the priority. And this person, the thing about this is that I guess what's bothering me is that they're not losing here at all. And maybe that's not the goal. Like, oh, I want them to suffer. It's not that. It's the fact that this cost them nothing. There was no risk for them. And not that, some of you are like, well, why does there have to be a risk? Because you risked a lot. This has cost you. This keeps showing up. This was significant for you. But they've got all of this loveliness in front of them, all this potential, and you're here kind of trying to figure out a new way. You're on your way, but it should have been you. I mean, it just seems disproportionate, the Empress versus the Page of Pentacles. Do you know what I mean? So, and it's all because someone just couldn't figure out what to do. it wasn't worth it enough, or I'm firmly, you know, I'm trapped where I am. It's just better for me to stay here. And yeah, there's some minor heartache and I'm sad. I'm always going to be looking over my shoulder at that person wondering. But you know what? I've got a lot waiting for me over time. So I'm going to be okay. Like at this point, it feels selfish. It feels gratuitous. You know what? Time for you to stand down and cut things off if you haven't already, because you've got newness waiting for you and coming. And in cutting this off, this is me going off here. We got this. I know this isn't part of the purpose of the reading, but enough's enough. This Wheel of Fortune here, there's going to be reversals upon reversals and twists and turns and unknowns because you're starting a new course. And this realization has been coming for a while. You know everything I'm talking about here, so it's not news to you. It's just, you know, with matters of the heart, it takes a while to sink in, doesn't it? But this is basically someone that just didn't want to change the course that they're on. And they're sad that things can't come to fruition. And they're hoping that over time, all right, I'm just going to say it. They're hoping that you can still, even though they're going to be firmly committed to whatever's over here, their new job, their relationship, whatever it is right here, there's that commitment. They're still hoping that you two can have a minor interest in each other, that you two can still maintain whatever level of interest. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to say passion, read passion, but level of interest. You can still maintain a connection. That's why this bothers me, because it's very selfish to me. It feels very selfish, like someone's not willing to do whatever it takes to be with you, even though they feel very strongly for you. That I have a problem with that. My bias aside, it's what they would have you know. If they could tell you, if they would tell you, if they would be honest with you, it's that it simply is more worth it for them to stay over here in this situation. Sorry, where was I going? Over here in this situation than it is to risk it to be where you are and with you. Could be fair, could be business, could be they're deployed. Could be somebody's going in for, you know, some kind of medical treatment that they have to choose over you. I mean, we got swords here. That's fair. But if we're talking about someone that just, you know, is not looking at a period of recovery, not looking at a period of deployment, not looking at a period of income or whatnot, this is just about not deciding who to be with or picking a better option. It is offensive to me reading this that they decide someone else was a better option. After the months of going back and forth with this, it's like clearly there was an interest and devotion on your part. What is wrong with this person that they can't rise up or see that it's worth it? Okay, rant over. All right, so this is someone basically, even though they knew this day would come, they're still hoping that you two could maintain some sort of connection, even though they're choosing option, whatever that is. And now here we have the Temperance, Ace of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is all about you needing to cut things off and take some time to heal for yourself. New beginnings coming, and they bode well. So this is a lot. So here we got the Empress here, right? And the Page of Pentacles kind of being disproportionate. But this is you walking into something too. It's unknown. You can't see it yet. But this is everything starting to open up for you as well. So all is not lost, but there has to be a decision on your part to not engage further in this scenario, because there's nothing for you here, honestly. We got a page of Wands, a page of Pentacles. There's nothing that's gonna equal this Empress that can compete with that. And that's a damn shame, because they're missing out, if I may be so honest. This is someone that just, the indecisiveness rings loud and clear here, and it kind of rings hollow, because it's not indecisiveness. The die was already cast. This person made their choice. They just were hoping they could somehow make it more palatable to you, or that you would understand, or I got choice words for that. Okay. Let's be honest, the die was already cast. This is someone that made their choice long ago. It wasn't that they were indecisive. Because of that, you no longer need to be involved in this situation. There is no more for you. No more words, no more anything. No more going back and forth. No, nothing. You see nothing. You hear nothing. You say nothing. You do nothing. Disengage. I have to tackle you if you try to. The door, I'm gonna tape your thumbs together so you can't. What else for Scorpio? Could be dealing with, I don't know if I can't remember if I told you, Gemini, Taurus, or Libra, Aries, or Taurus, Cancer, Sagittarius, or Scorpio, Aquarius. All right. What else for Scorpio? Ten of Cups and the World. It's like there was this great potential, but it had to end because it came to that. This could have been a great work unachieved simply because two people were not on the same page, simply because somebody could not see how to get out of somebody could not choose you. There's the potential for this, but instead of it coming to fruition and all is right with the world, completion on a grand scale, this is a missed opportunity or things having to end because it takes two and they're not moving towards you. What else for Scorpio? This to me feels like, finally in this, I feel like, you know what, it's it's obvious now that it was never going to be you. It was just merely hoping you would wait this out, that you would be okay with this turning into the normal for you two. It was never going to be you. If we're talking about the romantic situation, surgery, they get a pass. I mean, if we're talking about a medical issue, that's something that is entirely different. But what I'm reading here, for me, being a romantic reading, this is about them knowing what the odds were, knowing what was going to transpire, and still engaging anyway, knowing it would put you in deficit, knowing what it would do to you, knowing where it would leave you and where it would leave them, and still they engaged. Knowing that you would be one down and this is them and this is you. Okay, so fine, you've got all this potential coming, you've got, all this goods coming your way. Okay, fine. But still, how do you, if I may be so bold, how do you do that to somebody? How do you know that, this is probably going to not work out, but I'm still going to do it. I've got this over here waiting for me, which is really awesome, but I'm still going to, because I want both. And I know that I'm better for, I'm not going to be phased here, but I know that it's probably going to not be okay for you for a while, but I'm still going to do it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. That's all I have to say about that. Or that's all I should say. What else for Scorpio? That's kind of creepy. It says observer. The thing is this someone that is keeping tabs on you and is always kind of showed that little bit of interest, is always going to know how to hook you back in? Is that what this is? Because this is stalkery, this is creeper, this is control. And this is someone that maybe, in the context of this reading, kind of makes sense actually. As soon as they feel you start to kind of progress, they do something to pique your interest again, to get you to come back. They say the right things, they send you flowers, they leave little notes on your car, but really it's letting you know that they've just been watching you. And as soon as you get too far out, they're going to reel you back in. Is that what's going on here? Consider it. I'm not saying it is, but consider it. Consider that this is someone that's kind of knows your buttons, because let's be honest, they probably installed them. And they know they want you to remain interested. They want to keep you. They don't want you doing this. They don't want you with the Page of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Then, I don't want you to take my cookies away. People that don't like you setting up boundaries and moving on are the people that benefited you from not having, or benefited from you not having boundaries or not moving on. Just consider that. What is that? I did that one. Okay, let me do this one. What else for Scorpio? What else for Scorpio? Oh, okay. Clinging. We don't have to be rude. Let me put you over here. Clinging. So tying in with what I just said puts a whole new spin on this. The observer, the kind of watching, making it seem cutesy and romantic. I'm like, you know what? I'm so sorry, but I can't. But the minute you were like, okay, I'm out. What? And then all of a sudden, oh, you know, you left your such and such here, and then they make the eyes at you, and then they just happen to make you your favorite whatever, you know, dinner. Can we talk? Or what are you doing? You are actively choosing this situation over me, and yet you want to sit here and make eyes at me, and are you sure? Get the hell out of here. Now I'm mad. Hold on a minute. I'm getting mad. Hold on. All right. Okay. Because that's inappropriate. That doesn't serve the reading. All right. Just consider, though, that could be part of the dynamic, that there's been this underlying control all along that you just might now be becoming aware of. Realizing that as soon as you start to get out there, someone has that way of kind of getting you interested again and getting you engaging with them again. And it is not a good idea. We got Two of Swords here twice. We got needing to take some time. So just consider that this is actually someone that needs you more than you need them. That this is somebody that, if I'm honest, might be a stage 5 clinger, and you might have to do some, get out the Roundup bug spray. Might have to do some cutting things off, decisive cuts, so that there's no more. All right. I was going to pull this right here. That's what would they say to you? We don't even know what they say to you. I don't want to know what they say to you. I don't think, I'll pull one, but I have enough information. I don't want to know what they say, because this is how they get you back. These twin flame messages. Okay, no, this is, no disrespect to this deck. I'm just saying, but especially because of this connection here, this is very twin flame-ish. I don't ever really use that term, but speaking of someone that you've really, really connected to, and that is just your fit, your affinity, they wouldn't do that to you, for one thing. So the draw to them is something else. It's not twin flame, because this isn't coming from a place of love. This is clingy. This is controlling. Considerate. Anyway, point being, sorry, shutting up. Oh my God, I gotta finish this. 23 minutes. All right. So this is what they would say. However, I feel like I shouldn't be doing this, but I've done it for every other reading, so I'm gonna pull one, but I don't like it, because I feel like some of you might be like, well, let's just see what they say, because there's always that hope that it'll turn it around. But they know that, and they use that. They leverage that. They leverage your desire for something to work out, and that's how they keep this going for themselves, because they know just what to say when. If I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. To be fair, this could be somebody that has to stay for reasons unknown, or there's kids involved, there's family, there's surgeries, there's work, whatever. To be fair, this is not that for me. This feels different. The more I get into it, the more I'm wanting to, have some choice conversations, especially in light of these two right here. This feels like, you know what, is this someone that's been keeping tabs on you all along, and they need you more than you need them, so they're always going to do this? Okay, all right. So when this comes up right here, that's all well and good, but it rings hollow, because it's just another control tactic to be like, gosh, I just wish I would have. Yeah, I bet you did. I wish you would have too, because I'm out now. You ruined it. You could have had all this, and now I'm walking out the door, walking away. You get to live with that. However, if it's because someone has surgery, because of children, because of other things, this is very different. However, for the purposes of this reading, this doesn't feel like someone is having to stay because of kids. This doesn't feel like someone's doing this because of surgery. This feels deeper than that. This feels more, kind of like there's more tentacles involved here. It's more about control than it is about, look, I cannot leave this situation, and I really wish I would have known this was going to turn into this. I would not have gone there. I'm very sorry. I had no idea that I was going to fall for you, but I got kids, or I got to have this surgery, or my grandma's sick, whatever. There's some leniency with that. But if this is someone, the way it feels to me, it feels like someone kind of knew all along that they were kind of set up over here, but this was just going to be something they wanted to entertain. That's cruel, among other things, and selfish, and very one-sided. Shutting up. All right. There you have it. What else for Scorpio? This could be, to be fair, this could be somebody that just is having trouble letting go because of the other situations I mentioned, because of surgery, because of family, because of kids, because of job or deployment. So you communicate online. There's this keeping tabs on you. How's so-and-so doing? Hey, have you seen so-and-so or whatnot? And this is someone that might really be in need because of their situation over here. Like, oh my God, I'm so scared about the surgery. Or, oh, I'm hoping my kids will be okay. I'm worried about my grandma, all that. It could be that this is someone that's really sad that they're going to lose your support or attention, and they have to just fully cleave and leave. But again, it does not feel that way. It feels differently, especially with these swords here saying do not engage. You need to cut this off, no more involvement. If these swords weren't here, it would be different for me. But the way it feels and with the presence of the swords, crap. Well, if you must know, it was Judgment. All right. But I don't know if it was reversed or not. Okay, so I don't think that's reversed. Hang on a minute. I think that's upright. Yeah. Okay, that's upright. That's okay. Well, yay. I kind of like it because this is, after reviewing all the facts, this is a new beginning for you. Page of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune twice. This is what's waiting for you ahead, and here you are off on your new beginning. So basically everything I just said, you're like, yeah, I already know. But this is you. This could be reconciliation. This could be a new start. But the way this feels with this, it feels like this is you starting off anew for yourself. You've kicked an addiction. You've gone through it. You've looked at all the sides. You're better for it. This is your moment of truth where you start on your new course, your leap of faith. You're starting a new. You're rebuilding for yourself. You're extracting yourself out of this situation, and all good things await. This is a reversal of the past situation for you, a new beginning. All right. I hope this was helpful. I hope you, I really do hope it was helpful, because we kind of were all over the place with it, or I was, but I know how it feels, but I do, for those people that truly are having a tough go of it because they simply can't leave, that's different. But this didn't feel like that. So I'm not a monster. It's just, you got to do right by each other. All right. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care. Oh my God, it's a new record. I think it's almost 30 minutes. All right. Okay. Take care.